easy being a parent. You gotta give them lots of attention and love, and sometimes they bite. You're behaving, aren't you? Aww. I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently in Germany, they let their children play with fire. But this isn't a little bit of fire. No. This isn't like, oh, I'm gonna light a lighter. This is like my whole house is going down. Baby Azzy played with fire. That's how I learned I was the mother of dragons. But most normal children should not play with fire. In some places in Central Africa, men breastfeed. People get really upset when they see women breastfeeding in public. Now imagine if you saw a full-grown man doing it. Would you be more mad or less mad? I don't know. I didn't even think this was possible, but apparently under extreme circumstances, it can happen. Don't quote me on this. In Greece and Mauritania, sorry if I said that wrong, it is completely acceptable to spit on babies for good luck. So basically, next time you're out in public and you want to wish a baby good luck, just spit on it. Good luck for the rest of that baby's life. I swear, don't actually spit on someone's baby, guys, because most people take that as a sign of disrespect. Me, for example, I've been kicked out of over 100 daycares. I just wanted to give them good luck, but nobody understood. In Japan, it's not very uncommon for children to ride the subway alone. I don't know if I can't even speak right now. I think I would have anxiety letting a child ride the subway on its own. But if Japanese animes have taught us anything, it's that Japanese children are independent AF. Look at Ash Ketchum, for example. He left at 10 years old to go be a Pokemon master. So, yeah. So according to this article, in some places in Europe, you're allowed to park your child in its stroller outside the restaurant. I'm in Europe right now and I've never seen this happen. So I don't know which countries they are talking about. I could never do that again. I couldn't leave poor Zorro out there on the streets to fend for himself. What if somebody wants to steal the baby and they're gonna run? You don't know. But I guess sometimes you just want to eat at a classy restaurant and you don't want the baby stinking up the restaurant and crying everywhere. There is actually a case of someone who moved to the States and didn't know that this was illegal, and they left their child outside of a Tex-Mex restaurant, and then they got Child Protective Services called on them. Yep, true story. I guess babies just don't have the proper table manners. In some countries, alcohol is considered healthy or not like as bad, and they don't care if children have alcohol. I'm from North America, where you're not allowed to drink until a certain age. In Canada, it's like 18. I think in the States, it's 21. But I think that's why teenagers and like young adults want to drink so bad, because it's not allowed and they can't have it until a certain age. But like in places like, for example, Italy, where it's okay to have a glass of wine at dinner, like you learn to be responsible and that it's not like something that you're like, I need to have this now. So maybe not making it so illegal is the proper way to do it. And if we really think about it, think about how babies act. They act like drunk little humans anyways. Apparently here, babies are allowed to take care of babies. I think this is like pretty common though, to a certain point, like an older sibling taking care of a younger sibling. I used to do it for my sister, but I think it is a little bit unacceptable when the sibling who's doing the taking care of is a little bit too young to understand. Like if they can get in trouble themselves, maybe they shouldn't be responsible. Like I think this girl is a little too young, but she looks like she's doing a fine job. She's putting on that diaper real nice. What? In some places in Asia, they have trained their children to pee like on demand. Like they make a certain noise and then the kid will be like, psst. How? How do you train your child to do that? Also, in some places, they wear like slit open pants so that they can pee anywhere. This is kind of awkward. It's just like pee in a trash can. When you got to go, you gotta go, right? You know when you like toss your, not your baby, because most of you guys are too young to have babies. You know when a baby is tossed and it's like, and it's like having the best time of its life? Well, in India, they have a baby tossing like celebration, but it's a lot more than just like, hi, I'm gonna toss you this high up. It's like 50 feet. I would totally be kicked out of society for this, because I'd be like, who can toss their baby the furthest? Whew. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually toss a baby. I'm too terrified of like hurting things, so yeah. In some Nordic countries, cold therapy is a thing. So they believe that if they let their children sleep outside in the cold, that they'll become like more resilient to the cold and stronger when they're older. I'm the biggest pussy when it comes to the cold. I get cold so easy. Like it's like kind of hot and I'm like, ugh. So this is my worst nightmare personally. I don't know about you guys. I am not down for this at all. These parents are like, I'm not gonna raise my baby like a baby. I'm gonna raise my baby like a Viking. He's gonna have a full beard by the time he's 6 and he's gonna fight off all the enemies. In most countries, you're taught at a young age, do not take anything from a stranger, even if it's candy and it's delicious. But in Chile, it's a sign of affection to give candy to children. I actually have a story. There was this one time that I was with my mom and my sister and we were traveling to Macedonia. I was really young and I had accepted like a piece of Toblerone chocolate from a stranger and she got so mad at me and I was scared the whole trip that she was gonna tell my father when we were back. I don't know why. I was like, I still remember how terrified I was. I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't tell dad. I hope she doesn't tell dad. I just really wanted that chocolate, okay? In Turkey, it's completely acceptable to touch other people's babies because not like in a weird way, like they just love babies and they are like super affectionate about it. Like, look how cute he is. He's like, it's so cute. But I know most people would like not be okay. Like if a stranger walked up to somebody and touched their baby, most people would freak out. Like not everywhere, but I'd say most countries. But they're cool with it there. They're like, yeah, it's my baby. You can touch it. Awesome, guys. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any video suggestions, you can always let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. Love you all so much. Bye.